Hello everyone and welcome to a bit of a different video. Today guys, we're looking at the 1.12 snapshot because I had some thoughts about it, and that was the new blocks. Are they actually kind of, well, usable? And I thought, my voice went here. And I was thinking to myself, hell no they are not. But after playing around with them, there are actually some uses for them. Some are a little bit abstract, a little bit weird, but some are kind of normal and you could integrate into what we build kind of nowadays. But first of all, I'm going to show you some examples of the new blocks. I'm not really going to explain most of them because that would take way too long. But I've just set up some very simple houses and I've used terracotta for the floors just to show you how you could kind of implement them into regular normal builds. Now some of them work more than others, like the brown one there, that's quite nice, the green one's quite nice, the red is alright, and that one, it's pretty hellish. I've also set up a thing down here. This is for the wall colours. Now you may know that they actually changed the wall colours, and I've done the same thing over here just to kind of show you that yes, these would still work in regular builds. They don't kind of contrast, I mean they do contrast a lot, that's kind of the point of them, but they're not that bad when you actually use them. On their own, they can look a bit horrible, but when you're using them, they're pretty nice. They're pretty damn nice. Now, as well as terracotta and wool, you may know that they added concrete and concrete powder, and I've just put them over here just so you can kind of get an idea of what they look like and which ones blend together kind of better than others. I mean, these two blend really nicely, and I use this later actually for like slime. It's kind of weird but kind of cool. This one, it doesn't blend very well, but you know, some of them aren't gonna. But then around here we've got some more. So we've got the purple. I really like this purple. The blue is much more vibrant. The brown, I can't really see much difference in it. I think it's just a little bit more saturated. It's much better than it was though. The green, that's quite good. I like the concrete powder for that actually. It's kind of like grass. Then we've got the red and the black. And the black's pretty good actually. You can kind of see a little bit of detail in there. It's got like a tint of blue or something. I can't really tell, but it's a bit different. But I really do like that we've actually got some nice black blocks to use, because you know, we've not really had many. We've had like obsidian and coal blocks, and I mean the hardened clay does not count. I don't care what you think. Now, just before I go to some builds that I've done to show you how you can actually use them, I've set up this kind of design. Now, this is like a little base idea, and I've used concrete powder and the wool on the floor, and you can kind of see that they do blend together quite well. So this is kind of an option for a base floor. I've also done orange. I've just set up absolutely loads of these, one for every colour. So I'm going to quickly dash through, and you can see what they look like right at the end of that one. I love the cyan, by the way. It's really cool. It's kind of like Powerade actually. Oh, it's very weird, but some do work well, some don't. This could work well with different floors, I think. Different floors, different walls, obviously. But yeah, very vibrant. Jesus Christ. Got the purple here, so you can just kind of get an idea of what they look like together and how you might be able to use them in your worlds. But there we go. That's every single colour for this base. So let's move on to some actual builds so you can kind of get an idea, hopefully get an idea of how usable these blocks are going to be. Okay, so right here we have a kind of wood/mud wall. Now I'm really proud of this, and I'm very excited because when you get a block that works well with oak wood, oh damn, that's gonna be used a lot. Now this could make builds look so much better, and as you can see, I've also integrated it into the path, which I kind of got the idea from Good Times with Scar. I'm not stealing any ideas here. I'm legit. Now for another wall design, this is kind of a more modern and clean idea, and I really do like it. This could be used in many situations. I can kind of see it in a more modern home, and that's kind of what I've set up right behind me. Now this is a bit of a naff example, but you can kind of get the idea that this would work as a house. It's not too much. I generally thought it might be too much white on the walls, but it works. I mean, you might be able to use different logs to break it up, but it's nice, especially with the concrete powder at the bottom. I think that saves it really. I think if it was all concrete, then it'd just be way too smooth. Now moving on to something a little bit different. This is actually just another portal room. Nothing really special about it, but I've used some terracotta here. This is like the weirdest terracotta thing you can get, but I think it matches up. I think this is actually the symmetrical way to place it down. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like this design. It's kind of annoying me. Mojang, what's going on with this one? It's not symmetrical. It's not right. Fix it, please. I don't like it. But I've also used the purple concrete, and oh my god, it's nice. It's so good. You're gonna see this a lot, I'm guessing, in the end, and maybe nether portal rooms. Not too sure. But yeah, I definitely will use this in like kind of end portal rooms and stuff. I've set up this little storage thing, which is kind of pointless because it doesn't show off any new blocks whatsoever. I just got bored. And this is actually the grey concrete powder, I think. Yeah, it is grey concrete powder. And it works nice as a floor. I don't know if it would merge with any other existing blocks. But you know, you can kind of have a mess about. I think it might work with maybe cobblestone, but that might be a little bit too light. You never know, you just got to kind of test these things. And here we are in the nether, and this place is looking pretty damn good. But I do have to say, when I originally made this, I couldn't actually see the black concrete at all. It was kind of like it was just kind of in space, which was kind of cool. So you might be able to... I said kind of way too much, haven't I? So you might be able to adjust your computer settings or something to make that much darker. It might just be a problem with my computer, to be honest. I don't know, but I did like it when you couldn't really see it. It was very creepy, but very nice. Now, I've also used the kind of unsymmetrical fire. Oh, we're in the nether, aren't we? Duh. I've also used the unsymmetrical terracotta behind this, and this is actually what I was thinking it's mainly going to be used for, kind of adding details behind slabs, behind stairs, in walls, and it's pretty damn good. I really do like it. Okay, so this next build is kind of extensive. I've actually done a few that link into one little area. So as you first notice, I've done a very beautiful path which is inspired by, again, Good Times with Scar, because man, he knows his terraforming stuff, and he noticed that this stuff right here, this brown stained clay, I almost said, this brown concrete powder works wonders with paths, and if you look at it, it really does. It's so nice. I've also added in some green concrete powder, light grey concrete powder, and even some grey concrete powder over here to kind of mix in with like the stone piles over here. It looks really nice. It adds a really nice amount of detail. You know, kind of the variation of texture really mixes. And then I've built another house over here with it, and it's pretty good. I kind of like it. I mean, it's a bit small, but I think the blocks work really well with it. Spruce and brown concrete powder are going to get along very well. The walls aren't great. The floor is just, well, just ignore the floor. It is pretty good. And then over here, I've just got another little bit of terraforming, so you can kind of get another example of how you can use these concrete powders in terraforming. I've put it up here, which kind of looks a bit weird, but I like it. I like it. I mean, if you see it from down here, it kind of mixes in nicely with the dirt, so that's awesome. Final example over here is a cave, and it's pretty cool. I mean, these extra blocks, it might be a little bit crowded, but you know, you can just kind of reduce the amount of stuff you use, have more stone about. But I do like it, so there's another example of how you can use these concrete powders. They work wonders. So for the next one, yes, I've done a pool, and I think it works really well. I mean, you know, you see pool designs and they're always a bit, well, not always, but sometimes they're a little bit strange. So I think these blocks actually suit it quite well, and I've used the blue concrete powder, light blue concrete powder, sorry, for the edges, and I've put this in here. I don't really know if I like that though. I think it's better if it's just the solid concrete powder for the walls, and it does look really cool. It kind of mixes well with the andesite and even these blocks, the stone slabs. I just like it. It's nice. And if you didn't notice, I've also got the other terracotta here at the bottom, and it actually looks really good here. Like when it actually makes a proper pattern, it's pretty good. I like it. It's good. Kind of. So this next build is a little bit of a more extended build, I think. So I can kind of show you what you can still do with these blocks and what you can do more. And let me tell you, I am loving this red concrete, because look at the walls you can create. They're so nice. And this is grass, like I said earlier. You can actually kind of merge the grass into it, so it's a little bit more natural. You can't put plants on it, you see, so you're going to put it around the edge, or I wanted to at least. But it's looking really good. I love the colour of this block, and it works really well with acacia and stone brick. It just works well with a lot of things, to be honest. And I've set up a nice room in here. I've got another rug made of terracotta. You could probably use like most colours for, well, most of them would make a decent rug. Some of them might not though. I mean, that might not make a great rug. But anyway, not on that build now. We're on this one. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I mean, it's a nice modern house with these different walls, some terracotta rugs every now and then, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm definitely going to be using this red concrete, definitely. Moving on here, we've got a few corridors. So I've got 2 over there and we've got 1 over here. This is more of a grand kind of Colosseum corridor, and I've used the light grey glazed terracotta here, and I really like it. I really like this orientation of the kind of swoop, like the curl going upwards. Like, that just looks really nice on the bottom of these pillars. And then this light grey concrete powder and the stone slabs, they mix so nicely. I don't know if they'd do this, you know, the kind of natural, kind of messy design. I mean, it could work, I guess, but only in certain situations. You know, I wouldn't use this all the time, but I guess it could work. You never know. So this corridor is a bit strange. It's kind of an example of like an older style. I guess it's like 60s. Is it 60s? I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, but you know, voice, why? But I'm just trying to show you what you can kind of do with these cool blocks, and you can use them in walls, and they look pretty damn good. Alright, I don't really know why I made this one. Bit creepy. Now these are the slightly more abstract builds you can do. Over here, I really like this because I've used the glazed terracotta again to make like an armor kind of case, I guess, like a showcase or something. I don't really know what to call it. And then I said earlier, you can use this for slime. Is it? That might not have been. I literally can't remember if that was in this recording. I took a break. I was hungry, okay? But yeah, I think this works really well as slime if you don't just want to use all slime blocks. Because if you just use all slime blocks, it looks a little bit boring. But with all that detail, that's very nice. Now moving on to one of my favourite things. This purple block is oh so delicious. You can make so many great things with this. I've made a really nice design here for a base. So this could be kind of storage room, you know, you could have, I don't know, you could have some chests around the edge here. Just like this, or maybe like a workstation there, put a crafting bench in the middle. You know, this could be really nice. I'm probably going to use these colours eventually in the spike when 1.12 comes out and when we update to it, but lovely, one of my favourites. And for today's final build, guys, you may have spotted it already. It is a lighthouse. Now, this is really cool, because since Minecraft was created, you've seen people building lighthouses out of wood, out of wool, out of stone, but now we've got a proper block we can build lighthouses with. I mean, a wool lighthouse, that's ridiculous. I mean, you can't build one out of these hardened clays, can you? I mean, look at it. It's just a bit worn down, it's not right, but this is perfect. These colours are very true to what they're actually meant to be, so you can make a very, very nice lighthouse. I've done a bit of a naff job because I never build lighthouses, and I'm probably going to get some practice because I'm building one on the spike. #plug club. But yeah, so we can finally actually build proper lighthouses, which I thought was kind of big news. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is all the examples I have for builds you can do in the 1.12 snapshot, and hopefully some of the blocks are going to get redesigned. I don't like a few of them. I don't really think Mojang have the right priorities personally. I mean, yeah, I do kind of like the blocks a little bit more now. I've messed around with them, but there's really many more things that would make the game better than terracotta blocks. It's a bit random, isn't it? But you know, I'm glad for the concrete and the concrete powder. But let's just hope we're. Oh my god, I completely forgot to get rid of those. Wow, I'm bad. Let's just hope we get some really nice features in 1.12 because I think we deserve it. We have gone too long with crappy updates, and hopefully this is the turning point. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did actually like this, make sure to leave a like. If you want me to do more of it, tell me down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. 264 subscribers, that's mental. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Between V4 Vanilla, Voltage, Diamond Society, and Crest Vanguard.